Hi guys. So we're waiting for Join to reconnect.
I'm
Yeah,
here,
he's
bud.
up. Yeah, yeah. We're live, John.
Hey,
Yeah. So John is
everyone.
from Ontology. He takes care of the Eastern European ecosystem. European ecosystem, actually. Sorry. Yeah. Please join. John, stage is yours.
Hey, everyone. Thank you very much, Anupam. And yes, indeed, I represent Ontology, and I'm the head of business development for the European Union. I'm based in Germany and Madrid in Spain, but I cover basically 27 member countries. Interesting thing about the development of DLT and blockchain in the ecosystem is that beyond the hype of trading and beyond the hype of crypto trading and assets, there is a new trend which we believe is the most important one, and is data and identity. So identity in the 21st century is actually becoming the most valuable asset next to data. The interesting thing about this topic is that the hype around profit and blockchain dissipates, and people and companies start observing the change very closely and see how a technology or a distributed ledger technology can improve these two aspects of our society. Again, data and identity. Ontology is open source blockchain protocol. You can compare it to Ethereum. The interesting thing about this protocol is that in a period of 1 year and 8 months, we have been on live mainnet. We have never suffered a glitch. We have never suffered an attack. And in that time, we have worked very hard to improve the engineering technology behind the chain. Now, please bear with me. I think my internet connection is not the best. You can blame Berlin and Germany's internet connection. It's not my fault, guys. Sorry about that. So Ontology is a high-performance open source blockchain protocol, and beyond the technology that we have implemented on our duality token strategy, which belongs to our consensus mechanisms, which is quite advanced, we have paid close attention since our creation to the topic of data, human data, machine data, but also company data. And on top of that, what means identity and what is an identity or a digital identity in the 21st century. Basically, we came up to the conclusion that major companies and conglomerates out there worldwide are using your data and our data in general for their own benefit, whether to claim profits for advertisements, sales, and beyond that, right? So we came to the approach of using encryption, distributed ledger technology, and implementing it on our open source blockchain protocol. And we created a decentralized identity protocol called Onto, or ONTID. Now, this ONTID is a plug-in into our application, our mobile application called Anto App. You can download Anto App on Google Store and App Stores, and Apple Stores. Interesting thing is that it's a multi-asset wallet, and once you sign in for that multi-asset wallet, you have instant access to a decentralized identity layer that will encrypt, and it will protect you and your usage of your data in your navigation browsing experience online, while working with third-party validators and encrypting your identity. What does that mean? Well, that means that you are the owner solemnly of your identity. That means that no third party, no third company, or no third-party user can actually take benefit of your data without your permission. Now, it also helps you to be the owner. You gain the full ownership of your identity and what you can do with that. So you can go to email providers such as Gmail, and you are only going to give Gmail platform the information that you want to share, whether that's your date of birth, whether that's your address or your sex. That's fine. You can share it, but that's it. That's all the information that this third-party provider is going to get from you. And we believe that this is the right way to apply distributed ledger technology and encrypted technology, and to actually implement blockchain beyond the hype of the digital asset trend. Now, that Onto or ONTID again is part of our multi-asset wallet. And what does it mean, the future of identity and the future of smart wallets? As you know, the market is crowded with smart wallets, right? It's actually quite overwhelming if you think about it. And for people starting for the first time to use and trade crypto and to flirt with the blockchain technology, it will be a bit overwhelming to browse all of these wallets out there. Now, the question comes, which wallet should I take? Which should be the wallet that I should go for? We believe that Onto Wallet is a very interesting solution, is one of the best, if not the best, wallet out there, because it makes you not only have access into the trading asset world, into the crypto world. You can store and purchase BTC, ETH, NEO, our token ONT, and our gas token ONG, but also it will help you navigate the waters of the data center, again, having access to your digital identity called ONTID. On top of that, you have solutions like NFT fungible tokens, so you can fool around with other chains like Ethereum and their dApps. And I believe that that's also quite interesting because you can purchase your tokens, you can store your assets, and you can, if you feel like playing a little game, you can fool around with our dApps. We have over 40 dApps live on our app. And then you have instant access to your ONT ID, your decentralized identity protocol. Once you have that ONT ID as a personal individual, you can use it with other social media networks such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. And again, your data will be encrypted. And this is valuable. Again, you are only going to share the data that you feel and you want to share with this party provider. Now, this is all a super multi-asset smart wallet, again, called Onto. And then you have the ONT ID. However, we went beyond that, let's call it individual asset presentation or retail asset presentation, such as an app, and we created the DDXF, which is the Digital Data Exchange Framework. And this is a more enterprise approach that Ontology is taking. If you're a company and you want to trade assets and you want to trade information with other companies or with machines or with individuals. Now, this exchange of data might be quite problematic when it comes down to copyrights and when it comes down to sensitive data. And this is where not only blockchain as a solution, as a smart contract solution comes in, but also the technology of encryption. And I think encryption has been overlooked by everyone in the industry, right? The role that encryption together with smart contracts plays in here is that the register of the data will be uploaded on chain while you're using a smart contract. So party A will mount their information, their contract, their data on the smart contract, and that data will be encrypted to party B, right? So party B is going to get all the encrypted data from this company while using a smart contract in milliseconds. And this is where the ontology speed or WASM technology comes in. It's just the speed of the chain that allows this exchange of data in microseconds, fully encrypted, fully secure, and third-party providers are the ones guarding that data while using oracles or cloud storage platforms. Now, all of these oracles and all of these clouds which are holding the data are fully regulated by the regions where they operate, whether that's India or Southeast Asia or Europe or the United States. So you can feel assured that you're working with regulated party providers. And also keep in mind that when you're a company and you're handling sensitive data, you want these to be stamped. You want these to be shown that you indeed exchange your data and on which time, which date, with whom, and why, and what. And this is where smart contracts and blockchain technology plays a huge role. This is what Ontology has been working on, at least in the last year, intensively. And we have over 155 engineers in-house procuring this advanced technology on the chain. So yes, you can have all of it in the Ontology Onto app, and you can have the decentralized identity protocol on your Onto app. Some people will ask, well, John, then if Ontology has kind of like a centralized approach, since there are engineers in-house working on the chain, where does the decentralization plays a role? Well, it plays a huge role. First of all, we're open source, right? So all the registry and all of the transactions will always go on chain and will be supported by smart contracts. It happens to be that we have one of the fastest smart contracts platforms in the industry, 2 or 3 times faster than our competition, be it EOS or Ethereum. But the trend goes beyond that. It goes that we have a huge community, over 49 nodes, active nodes, taking governance of the chain. And our consensus mechanism will always flip those nodes into decision making. Therefore, you have the scalability, you have the transparency, and you always have the right timestamp for transactions to happen. At the moment, we are 5,000 TPS, so transactions per second. We believe that's quite an achievement given the times of the industry. And our consensus mechanism allows Ontology blockchain to have a duality token, which is the ONT and ONG. I believe most of you guys know ONT is quite popular. It had a fantastic airdrop in the industry, and we're being traded in all the major exchanges out there. Now, this duality token allows Ontology chain to be extremely robust, extremely fast, and quite reliable for the industry. Hence, this is the mechanism we will continue to use for the speed network of our smart wallet and embracing a decentralized identity technology for humans, machines, and download the app, go to Google Store, Apple Store, and you can find it at Onto, from Ontology, and it will be my pleasure to answer questions. I don't want to take your time, guys. You might be a bit tired. So I don't know how this conference works now. Feel free to shoot any questions. Actually, I like to have it more interactive.
Yeah. Hi, John. So there's one question that Ashish is asking. He asks, how does Ontology fit in with GDPR?
That's a very good question. Um, GDPR, for the people that might not be quite aware, is data and privacy protection that the European Union has created to enhance data from the citizens that live in the continent. Now, this is a very interesting question. GDPR works together with third-party providers, with the companies that support the Oracle data or the cloud data that Ontology takes from the clients. Therefore, Ontology only works with third-party providers that are GDPR stamped, approved, and regulated by the European Union entities and body regulators. Therefore, feel free and feel safe to use the app in these third-party regulators.
All right. Also, how does Ontology offer connections or parity with Ethereum and Bitcoin? Does it offer?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. So, in terms of trading, if you want to buy or exchange ONT for BTC or ETH, you can download our app Onto, and in there you can store and you can trade ONT and ONG, our both tokens, with ETH and BTC. You can also store BTC or ETH if you want that. In terms of cross-chain alliances, we are a cross-chain reliable blockchain. Therefore, if you are writing your smart contracts on Ethereum and if you are working on the Ethereum blockchain platform, feel free to actually work on the Ontology chain using your language, and this will be translated by our multi-dictionary. So it works flawlessly. You can do cross-chain transactions. And again, if you are just into trading, feel free to store your ETH or BTC on our Onto wallet as well.
Perfect. And just like a second last question, we'll take. Are you trying to use Ontology to work with the contact tracing program of EU, Apple, Google to combat COVID-19?
Yeah, oh man, yeah, that's a tricky. Those are deep water
Yeah.
questions. Well, you know, this is an answer that has two variables, right? My personal point of view is that such companies that you mentioned before are actually breaching your privacy and are breaching your data. Now they are using an excuse such as COVID-19, which is a terrible catastrophe, to actually have even more access to your mobile applications. Therefore, they have access to your GPS. They can track you where you are. They have access to your messages. They have access to your inbox, to your email inbox. And therefore, I say no. We are not willing to collaborate with those entities. Actually, our work, our job is to encrypt your data, is to protect your data, and you are the only one. You have the right to actually say what goes out of your mobile, what comes out of your daily life, using encrypted technology, using blockchain technology, and using smart contract technology. So no, we're not going to cooperate with them.
Yeah, makes sense. Perfect. I'll just take one more last. If you could keep it short, yeah. Does Ontology work with the BIS standard for smart contracts?
Yes, yes and no. We do to some degree, but since we are launching the WASM 1.0 and futurely 2.0, we have our own consensus mechanisms, but also we have our mechanism for smart contracts. This might be integrated shortly, and we're going to keep you in the loop with that. Feel free to visit our Medium channel, where we are always launching the latest news.
Awesome, John. Yeah, thanks a lot. I do hold some ONTs with me. They're safe in my wallet.
Yeah,
Before we go, like one
absolutely.
last question that I've been asking everyone. Do you think the halving is priced in?
The what, sorry?
The halving, the Bitcoin halving, do you think it's priced in, or we're going to see some major fluctuations?
Um, I believe that this is going to be a game changer in the industry. Of course, there's going to be fluctuations, mostly because you're on a hot zone right now, right? The market is too hot, and everything is green, everything is beautiful, but there will be a correction in the market. This correction will be seen only by enterprise investors and a massive influx of resources in the industry. There will be a correction, but there is no doubt that blockchain and token economics are going to boom in the next 5 to 10 years. It's going to be the new digital banking, the new digital corrections, the new digital world. There's no stopping these. So yeah, token economics are just gonna skyrocket.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, John. Thank you for taking our time. I'm sure like everybody enjoyed
Yeah.
the session. Thanks. I'll join you
Yeah, thank you
backstage.
very much,
Yep.
guys. Cool. Bye, guys.
Yep. Bye.